What is going on to the AMC stock group? I'm very excited because we had another accurate expectation and price prediction for AMC stock on Wednesday, July 21st. And for those of you guys that do not understand what I'm talking about, just hear what I had to say yesterday about what would happen today, which is Wednesday, July 21st. Even if the IWM does not decide to consolidate, it may even reject the 220 level in the morning and then decide to actually go down throughout the rest of the day. And that means that AMC stock would also potentially have a down day tomorrow. And with that being said, if you guys have not already subscribed, make sure you guys subscribe so you guys get a somewhat accurate prediction on a day-to-day basis. Now, I say somewhat accurate because I will try my best to make these technical analysis as accurate as possible, but not everyone is going to have a 100% accuracy, so therefore I may be predicting what is going to happen tomorrow for AMC stock completely wrong. But again, I'm going to try my best. And with these technical analysis, it really does not help me whatsoever because, as you guys all know, I am a long-term investor of AMC stock. We have been dollar cost averaging into AMC stock since $3.50 a share, and then we averaged all the way up to $5 a share, and then we end up buying back again at the $51 level after the pullback, $38, etc., etc. And we are now looking for another dollar cost average opportunity. And in my yesterday video, I said that we are not buying AMC stock on a green candle like today. Because what ended up happening the next day? Well, first of all, I said that we are probably going to end negative or red for the day on AMC stock. Price just seemed like it was going to go lower. And because I am a long-term investor of AMC stock, I have most of my AMC shares on Webull, and I'm extremely happy about that. And I moved all my Robinhood shares of AMC to Webull, and I have a slight bit of AMC shares on TD Ameritrade. I only have 2 brokerages now. I used to have 3, and one of them, as I said, used to be Robinhood. I'm sure a lot of you guys know who Mr. Larry Jones is, and he is an amazing YouTuber, and basically he was talking about a very important concept. This concept is talking about selling. He was talking about how AMC stock, he is not going to be alerting when he is going to be selling his position. He will buy on the dips, and he has been buying on the dips. However, when it is the time for him to sell based on his price target, he is going to sell based off his own price target. And this is very important, and this goes back to Webull because if you guys do not have Webull, you guys will not be able to buy and sell AMC stock between 4 a.m. to 8 p.m. You guys will be ahead of everyone else. Imagine that AMC stock has some sort of news. And let's say that inflation is near and the entire market decides to have a drop. Or let's say that AMC stock actually had good news. Let's say they opened up 10 more theaters. Well, that news was announced at 5 o'clock in the morning. And when it is 5 o'clock in the morning, you guys do realize that only a few and only a limited amount of people can sell AMC stock. So what do you guys think is going to happen at 9 o'clock in the morning? Or 9:30 in the morning when all the Robinhood traders decide to sell AMC because AMC stock went so high that it reached their price target, or even if it did not reach their price target because the price of AMC stock was so high in the morning, and then at 7 o'clock in the morning, the TD Ameritrade investors and day traders, they also took profits, and so Robinhood is the last one, and what ends up happening when Robinhood is the last one, they have a massive sell-off, and that is because they have an insane sell-off, and that is because there's too many people selling AMC stock or any stock at the same exact time. And so that was the concept that Mr. Larry Jones was talking about. He did not relate it to Webull, but I am just saying that this is 100% and this can be 100% correlated to Webull, guys. So make sure you guys don't miss that opportunity, and the link is in my description if you guys would like to sign up. It just takes $5, and even if you like Robinhood, there's nothing wrong with opening another brokerage account and getting 2 free stocks. So anyways, with that all being said, we are now going to be talking about what is going to happen for AMC stock. And so right off the bat, AMC stock today had a major wick, except this wick was to the upside. So therefore, we cannot maintain that momentum. We cannot maintain that demand, and we actually end up pulling back to our demand zone. And so right now we are hovering around the $40 range. And so this is a good psychological demand zone just because we have not re-entered or broken to the $30 a share level. So $30 a share level, the demand zone in the $30 level would be actually at $38 a share. So it is not exactly at the demand zone. However, it looks like we are going to be approaching it in the near term. And will we end up breaking this demand zone? Hopefully not, so that therefore we can have another steady increase for AMC. You guys already know that we do not base our price predictions for AMC stock just off of what AMC stock is doing. And so what do I mean by that? Well, we need to look at the indice, or actually the index fund that controls AMC stock. And so what do I mean by that? The IWM, and not even the IWM, it is also the S&P 500. When AMC stock pulled on Monday and when it went down on Monday, that was because the S&P 500 was also very low. And so the IWM also was very low on Monday. However, it ended up having a rebound because both the S&P 500 and the IWM ended up bouncing from their demand zone, or in other words, from their support zone. And so what did AMC end up doing? It followed, and it ended up also bouncing from the demand zone. And so therefore, because the IWM and AMC stock are also increasing steadily, I think that tomorrow AMC stock will have a bounce to the upside. And if AMC stock does not decide to end up closing green tomorrow, I think that it will end up closing green on Friday. Regardless, I think that AMC stock will end up closing green this week. And the only way that AMC stock would close red either on Thursday or on Friday would be if the entire market pulls and if the S&P 500 decides to pull. However, the reason why I think these next few days will be green is because you have to think when the SPY ended up pulling, and this was a major pull, guys, from $437, almost $440 all the way to $420 in that range. This is an index fund. People invest in these indices to get that 10% return every year. So when an index fund decides to end up going down at -1% or -2% on the day, it really does affect the general market. And so tomorrow, I think that the S&P 500 will also have another increase day in share price. And in my opinion, and remember, I'm not a financial advisor, I think that the S&P 500 is going to be approaching its all-time highs very soon back again, and possibly even go higher than its all-time highs of around that $437 share range. I think that it has the possibility of going to $440 and above, and that would be phenomenal news for AMC stock. And for the IWM, since this indice is very important, or actually this index fund is very important too, I just think that the SPY would be better for getting an overall trend of the market. But the IWM is definitely important too, because IWM and AMC, they are both directly related to small caps. So for the IWM, I think that it is the same thing, meaning that the IWM is probably going to end up going to at least one of these resistance levels. And so what would that resistance level be? It would be at the $226 level or range. And so therefore, what does that mean for AMC stock? AMC stock will also probably have a follow through. Now, this does not mean that this trend will continue forever. We do not just say that stocks are going to go up 1,000%, 100%. There has to be at least some sort of reasoning. And even if that reasoning is not correct, that is 100% fine. But we cannot just say that a stock is going to go up 1,000% for the entire week. So therefore, with the IWM also reaching its near resistance levels, I think that after we end up going to these resistance levels, there will definitely be some difficulties to approach that resistance level, meaning that every single day is not going to be green for AMC stock, and every single week is not going to be green just because we end up going to this level. So therefore, not every day is going to be a green day for the IWM, for the S&P 500, and even for AMC stock, right? Because that would mean that these indices and these stocks in general, or these equities, would end up going in a linear path to the upside every single day. And in my opinion, that would not be possible. And that is not even good for a stock, right? That would not allow the stock to end up going even higher in the future, because when stocks end up going down, that actually allows the stock to consolidate. And so with consolidation, once it ends up breaking out of its consolidation, it usually has an even higher breakout to the upside than it did before. So that is also another significant concept. I'll continue to make updated videos about AMC and the share price. So with that being said, guys, thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.